We need.
There you go.
There we go. Now I don't have to yell. All right. I will open the floor for the motion certifying the closed meeting.
I'll read the certification statement. Whereas the Madison County School Board has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by this school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law, therefore be it resolved that the Madison County School Board hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which the certification applies, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered.
We have a motion. We need a second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, Ms. Patterson, will you call roll, please?
Mr. Martz?
I certify.
Mr. Sheeds?
I certify.
Mr. Wingate?
I certify.
Mrs. Wood?
I certify.
Mrs. Collier?
I certify. Thank you. All right, we ask that you join us for the pledge. A pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and we will have a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Our next agenda item is to approve the personnel matters and addendum for December the 8th, 2025, to include appointments, resignations, substitute appointments, and coaching stipends as presented. I will open the floor for that motion.
Motion to approve personnel matters and addendum for December 8th, 2025.
We have a motion. We need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. The next agenda item is the consent agenda, and that is to approve the December 8th, 2025 consent agenda as presented, and that includes December's operating expenses, Fund 3 expenses, CIP expenses, food services expenses, and the expenditures as of November 2025, and the minutes from last month's meeting. I'll open the floor for that motion.
Motion to approve December 8, 2025 consent agenda.
We have a motion to approve. We need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. All right, now we get into the fun stuff. We are going to recognize our Senior of the Month. And so for you all who may be new, the Senior of the Month program showcases a graduating senior, one each month during the school year, and recognizes them for their academics, extracurricular activities, and their service to others. Each Senior of the Month, will be recognized monthly at each school board meeting with a presentation of a certificate from the school board. At the end of the school year, we will once again recognize the Seniors of the Month, and then each senior will in turn recognize the educator that had the greatest influence on their education while in Madison County Public Schools.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to announce our December Senior of the Month, Lance Baum. If you would join me at the podium. Lance consistently goes above and beyond to support both students and staff at our school. He exemplifies dedication through his commitment to service and leadership. Each morning, even though he does not have to, since he is late arrival, Lance volunteers his time by arriving early to assist a kindergarten class, demonstrating patience, responsibility, and a genuine passion for helping younger students succeed. Mrs. Lamb, the kindergarten teacher at the primary school, has had Lance as her helper for 3 years. He receives no academic credit for his time and has recently expanded his support to assist 3 other kindergarten teachers. His dedication to Teachers for Tomorrow, our primary students, and our community shines a positive light on our high school. Lance's day doesn't end after third block, even though he could. Instead, he continues by volunteering to take the yearbook during the fourth block to support the yearbook teacher and the completion of the yearbook. Whether he is helping with layout design, organizing content, or collaborating with peers to meet deadlines, he always brings positivity to a small class and motivates his peers to do their very best work. Lance is one of those rare students who leads through constant action. He never seeks recognition. He simply sees where help is needed and steps in. He gives his time freely and makes a positive difference in multiple corners of our school community. Lance truly embodies what it means to go above and beyond. And I wanted to share a quote from Mr. Times, not only about Lance, but for his parents as well. Mr. Times states, "Lance exemplifies the good parenting that has taught him to respect himself and others. All around, he is a good guy and a good student. I believe it is a privilege for his classmates to work with someone who cares so deeply about others. It is an honor to witness Lance achieving this accomplishment as a winner of this award. Everyone at the high school extends our congratulations to Lance." Thank you.
Congratulations, Lance.
Congratulations, and thank you to the parents as well. We appreciate you.
Congratulations. And Lance, you are trained well to turn around and smile and take a picture. Your mama trained you well.
Next up, we will have our December Support Staff Member of the Month, who just happens to be from the high school as well. At this time, if Valerie Miller could join me at the podium. We are incredibly grateful and fortunate to have Miss Valerie Miller at the high school. She is caring, diligent, conscientious, and hardworking, but most importantly, she is deeply committed to our students, school, and overall community. She truly epitomizes what it means to be a school counselor. It's difficult to find a student she doesn't know by name, but even more impressively, one whose story she hasn't learned. Whether it's a student's background, their accomplishments, or challenges, Valerie always takes the time to understand and support each individual at the high school. She is an invaluable asset to our school. She never, ever, ever stops working, if you know her, and continually invests her time, energy, and most importantly, her heart into all of her students and staff. She strives every day to be the best she can be, and it shows in everything she does. It is with great honor to announce Valerie Miller as our December support person.
Congratulations, Valerie. And I won't tell the story about New York City. They took some country girls to the city, so way back when, long time ago.
At this time, it is an honor to announce our December Teacher of the Month, who comes from the high school as well. If Mr. George Tynes could join me at the podium, please. George has made a tremendous positive impact on our CTE Building Trades program since joining us mid-semester last year when we scooped him up, and we were so lucky to do that. His enthusiasm for the trade quickly resonated with students, leading more to re-enroll in building trades once they had the opportunity to know that they would be able to work with him. George is passionate about integrating community service into his instruction whenever possible. He actively collaborates with building trades teachers from neighboring counties to gather ideas and strengthen his classroom practices. This semester, he partnered with the Madison Senior Center and the Madison Early Learning Center to provide students with opportunities to assist community members in need by completing general household carpentry and maintenance projects for local elderly residents. Next semester, he will extend these community-based learning experiences through additional service projects with the Early Learning Center. Students have also enjoyed hands-on projects such as creating cornhole boards, gardening boxes, and individualized creations they were able to take home or gift to others. These activities not only build skills, but also spark creativity and pride in their work. If you ever have a chance to visit his simulated project area, featuring flooring, walls, windows, doors, and roofing, aligned, of course, to the carpentry CTE competencies, you will see the high-quality craftsmanship students are producing under his guidance. His dedication to teaching lifelong skills, his commitment to service learning, and his genuine enthusiasm make him an outstanding member of our staff. Everyone at MCHS always comments that it's truly a pleasure to work alongside him. George Tynes.
And I just wanted to say, we were visiting a couple, I don't know, last month or 2 months ago in your workshop and classroom, and it was such a pleasure to see the students were engaged and happy and excited, and they were challenged, you had challenged them to, the new ones were challenged in their way, and the more experienced guys were challenged. That's a testimony to your skill and teaching and everything. So thank you very much for your hard work in there. It means a lot to a lot of students, and you ought to be commended for that. So thank you very, very much.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Tynes. When we did our walkthrough last spring, and we got to go through the wood shop, I was so impressed at how you'd organized everything out and had it laid out for the kids, classroom instruction, the works. It was everything was great in the school, but I think I talked about your program more than any other that I saw that day. So well earned, sir.
Mr. Tynes also was in, I'm sorry, yeah. Hey, you got an important spot. When I was in high school, the most memorable classes that I had were the hands-on classes in band and in shop. And I can picture my shop teachers this day. So those students that you work with every day and teach, they will remember you for the rest of their lives. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
So our next presentation is because of a board of 5, we have 3 members leaving us, and this is their last meeting. So on behalf of the school division, I'm going to speak from here, and then we'll stand up and give you plaques, because it's a little funny to go all the way down there and come all the way back up. But on behalf of the school division, it's a huge commitment. If you didn't realize then, you probably definitely realize now. The past 4 years are probably a blur for Mr. Sheets and Mr. Wingate, and then 8 years for Ms. Collier. So on behalf of the school division, we really appreciate all the time and the commitment and the efforts that goes into serving the public and serving the schools, the kids, the employees, and the parents. It's a lot of work, and we appreciate you, and we thank you. So we have a token of appreciation. We'll just do a picture back here, and then at the end of the meeting, I'm sure everyone will say something as well.
Thank you, Ms. Graham.
Thank you guys again.
I'll say more later. All right, we're going to move on to our staff reports, our instructional December 2025 update. Ms. Jones, you got that?
That is me. So every December, as you probably remember, we are required to report on or before December 31st to the public the actual pupil-teacher ratios by school for the current school year in elementary school classrooms, and also report the actual pupil-teacher ratio in middle and high school in our division. So that is what my intent is tonight. And so you can go to the next slide, and I can show you our numbers, our current numbers. So currently in kindergarten, there are 98 students with 5 teachers, giving a ratio of 19.6 students to teacher. In first grade, we're at 104 students with 5 homeroom teachers, giving you 20.8 students per. In second grade, we have 107 students with 5 teachers, giving you 21.4 per classroom. At Waverly, as you can see, in third grade, we're 103 students with 5 teachers, 20.6 ratio. In fourth grade, we have a booming 117 with 6 teachers with a 19.5% ratio. And then in fifth grade, 114 students with 6 teachers, giving you 19 students per class. In the middle school, we're giving the ratio by department. So currently, there are 332 students enrolled in English with 19 sections, which is an average of 18.8 students per. In history, there are 330 students enrolled with 24 sections, giving you 13.75 students per class. In math, 330 students also with 19 sections, giving you 18.8 students. And in science, also 330 with 18 sections, giving you 18.3. And then in our high school, these numbers do exclude virtual, Apex, and Blue Ridge Governor School. In English, you have 458 students enrolled with 28 sections, giving you 16.4 students per teacher. In history, there are 395 students enrolled with 25 sections, giving a ratio of 15.8 students per. And then in math, you have 522 students currently enrolled in math courses with 30 sections, with 17.4 students in a course. And then science, 396 students enrolled, 25 sections, and that will give you 15.84 students per teacher. So those are our student-teacher ratios currently. We have met our requirement to report that out to you all and to the public through this presentation. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But these are our actual numbers as of right now.
Do you know offhand how many total students?
We are at 15, 12, 10. I know, it's like, did you all have an exact, yeah?
I knew that was kind of what we were hoping, but I just, yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yep,
Any other questions,
Well,
comments?
that's a good one. I can answer that one.
I know that the student-teacher ratio's always been a topic of conversation, especially in the smaller grades, kindergarten, first and second. But as I think it was a few months ago, we were looking at enrolling numbers, and each year it's generally been decreasing. So if Madison County continues to enroll less students, the ratio will continue to get lower, which should help us out with that ratio.
Anything else?
Did they seem slightly larger at Waverly than they anticipated? Because I thought it was going to be a little bit lower than that when we looked at the projections.
No, it's those classes that have been going through.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit bigger.
Okay.
Any other comments or questions? Thank you, Dr. Jones.
Absolutely.
Okay, our next agenda item is public comments. We welcome public comments to the board. This is a time for comments only. If you have questions, you'll submit those in writing. We ask that you come to the podium, state your name and where you live in the county, and you have a 3-minute timer up there that will let you know how much time you have left. Would anybody like to address the school board tonight during public comment? You can just state your name and where you live, and it'll start.
Yeah, I'm Gabriel Moeller. I'm from Brightwood. Today I wanted to just talk about some things that were said on public online forums. Board member Charlie Sheets, in the past month or so, has made some comments such as like the quote-unquote left, like as in the political left, has to give everything to blacks because they can't give it themselves, which is just not true. He's also said that, like for example, one of his posts stated that he believes Muslims hate America and that they hate Christians and that they will try to kill them if given the opportunity. Again, that's just not true. And he also said that the mission of the Black Lives Matter movement is to destroy the nuclear family. So that kind of rhetoric is pretty harmful in today's society. You see a lot of people going at each other everywhere. And I just hope that the new school board members can set a better example for all of our students here.
Thank you for sharing. Would anyone else like to address the school board?
Mike Sharman, I'm from the Novum area of Madison County. And I just want to thank all the board for your service this year. And I want to thank Ms. Collier for her double duty of 2 terms of service, and Mr. Wingate and Mr. Sheeds for theirs. I don't know that a lot of the public really understands the literally thousands of hours that y'all put in. Obviously, you have the time here. You have the time before this that we don't see. That's the closed meeting. You have the meetings that you just mentioned, and as you were hearing about the teacher talking about we went here, we went there. And then not only the meetings that you have with the staff, the students, with each other, but you have the prep time that you do. I try to read some of your documents on the agenda. I don't read them all, and I'm a fast reader, and it takes a lot of your time to do this. So I appreciate it. I think also one thing the public isn't aware of is how chaotic and problematic the board was and the system was before you all constituted yourself as a board. And you've smoothed that. You know, we just had a comment about political things, but you know what's interesting is you as a board, individually and corporately, you've taken politics out of the problem here at school. Each one of the different initiatives or policies that you've done have been to make it as neutral as possible so that kids can just learn. Mr. Sheeds directly, I just hope that this young man and others will actually read what you said as opposed to read what others said you said. As a person who just enjoys history, I always tend to go directly to the source document as opposed to what historians say about history. And I find out there's all sorts of interesting things out there that haven't actually been told. So thank you all very much. The little token I gave you, by the way, is a non-reportable gift because it is a small gift. It's under the $20 reporting limit. So anyway, you all enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you again very much for your service.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Would anybody else like to address the board?
Hi, good evening. My name is Christy Moeller. I am from Brightwood. I'm Gabe's mom. I actually wanted to make a request of you guys about a particular issue with advanced math in the high school. My son, along with a number of others, because of the retirement or relocation of one of your advanced math teachers, was, I guess because they were not able to hire someone this year, they had to do an online course through college, which I think is a great solution in thoughts, but not so much in practical process, because the problem is the support for those college courses is not available because the teachers have office hours after school when the students, high school students, can't contact them. The online tutoring is overwhelmed, and when my son did try to access it, he was able to get like one question before the tutor had to move on to the 20-some other students waiting for assistance. I appreciate these classes being offered. I love the dual enrollment. I can't tell you how grateful Gabe and I are to Madison and the Blue Ridge program and everything that the schools have given us. But I really, really don't think that particularly with math, it's an effective way of learning. So I would just beg that if you could really, through the course of this year, look for an advanced math teacher so that next year when my daughter and the other students who are coming up to these advanced math classes start, they're not back in the same situation. My son's a smart kid, 4.5 GPA, he's second in his class, and he really struggled, and he is what I call a justice warrior. He doesn't like the fact that his classmates are struggling with it too, so please just keep that in mind. Regarding the other situation with Mr. Sheeds, just ask you guys to realize we are a community, we come in all colors, we come in all races, all religions. I appreciate everything that you do, but I ask that you guys keep that in mind, especially if anything is going out into public, because we need to be cooperative and work together rather than try to isolate parts of our community. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Sharman. I live in the Novum area by Mike. And I just want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for all you do for this school, this whole system. I watch in amazement the things that you have accomplished, what you have overcome, and what is yet to be done with new people that we're going to have on the board, and I would just appreciate those people as well. But one thing, I know that this is a huge sacrifice on your families, and I know your families, but I just pray a blessing over your families, and also over you, as you will continue working in our community and doing whatever is the very best for our county. So I say thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Would anybody else like to address the board? All right. We will move on to board members' comments. Anybody have anything to say? Want to start down there?
I do. Thank you, Mr. Moeller, for your remarks and your mother's. I can assure you there is one religion that chants death to America, and that's a Muslim religion. It's not a color, it's not racist, it's a religion, and they do not like us. BLM, when I ran for school board, BLM had on their website that their goal was to break up the nuclear family. It was on their website. And when we started to bring it up, they removed it from their website. So I guess there's no way you can go back. I have pictures somewhere on my computer where I screenshotted before they removed it. Excuse me?
Would you like my email?
No, I wouldn't like your email. You already had public comment, so it's your time to listen. When you talked about the comment that I made on social media, where I'll actually read it verbatim, because reading comprehension is important. This is what I wrote. The lady had called me a racist POS. And I said, I take that as a compliment, coming from a member of the left, where girls and boys can change their gender, but not smoke a cigarette, can murder babies, give medals to men competing against women, and have to give everything to blacks because they can't achieve it themselves. That's what the left believes. And matter of fact, Malcolm X himself said the most dangerous thing to the black man is a white liberal, the party of insanity. And that's what I said. I don't believe that. I don't believe blacks need anything from us. I don't think Hispanics need anything from us. I don't believe Asians need anything from us as far as white people. They don't. We're all people. Work hard and achieve it. That's where I was going with that. But certain people like to take words and twist them around so that it meets their agenda. I would appreciate it if you didn't do that in the future. Mr. Sharman, thank you for being supportive not only for the past 4 years, but even before that while I was running to get on the school board, and your support and Nancy's support as well. I appreciate that. We appreciate the prayers. My family appreciates the prayers. I also appreciate the Bible studies and the Sunday school classes that you helped me through. Thank you so much for that. I think I cleared that up as best I could.
Mr. Wingate, you got anything?
Sure. Just, ma'am, to your, we talked about the high school, the math teacher earlier tonight. We're talking about teachers, and so I think, we're actively recognizing that it's better to have somebody, so actively working on that, trying to find somebody. They're hard to find sometimes, higher math, so I think they're working on that and working to make sure that while that's not in place yet, that dual enrollment thing is as best as possible can, recognizing we need to work on that. So thank you for your comments. And then, Mr. Sharman and Mrs. Sharman, thank you for your support the last couple of years and your prayers and your leadership in the community. You all are some of the most faithful in terms of coming, and it's always encouraging and good to have you here. On that note, I got a note from Pastor Biber, who is almost always here also, and he asked me to he had a number of other pastors asked me to pass on to those of us who are leaving his thanks, he said, to us for our time and everything. And so I wanted to make sure that you knew that. There were 3 or 4 other pastors who asked me to pass that on to you all. So thank you all for that. Thank you.
Mr. Burns, you guys got anything?
Well, I want to say thank you for your time, your energies, your efforts. It's not easy. The time we spend from our families, it's difficult. And it's also a great sacrifice, but it's also a great privilege to serve. And I hope you guys enjoy your newfound free time. And
We might be out there.
who knows? That's exactly it. We look forward to serving with our new board coming here in January. And thank you for your diligence and your hard work.
My pleasure.
I always think like the hardest part of these meetings is like talking in front of people. I don't really like it. It's really kind of funny. So I also want to say like, for the Sharmans, thank you for your comments and everything you tweet. Also like Gabe and your mom, like thank you guys for coming in and talking. I know it's not easy. I don't like doing it. So just thank you for kind of coming up and sharing that. As the newbie on the board, I have to say, like, I am honored to have worked these last couple years with you guys. I do want to say, like, it has been very welcoming and very, very much, like, I appreciate, like, the work that all of you guys have put in over these last few years. And just, I really do appreciate all of you. And, you know, just will keep you guys all in my thoughts and prayers and everything like that. I hope to see fabulous things from all of you as you come make your comments in our meetings in the future. So,
My pleasure. I have more to say, but I'm going to get through the agenda first because I don't want to get teary-eyed. So, we are going to go into the budget update. This is my favorite part. Ha ha.
Well, this is a very short presentation. We might even be finished before he gets the slides up. We'll see. We're only highlighting tonight where we are in the budget process. So for December, as you can see now on the screen, he beat me to it. We're continuing with the parent, staff, and community budget survey. So that'll be ready with all the information in January. But so far, we've had 259 people take it, and that's pretty good for us for a community survey. So we're proud of that, and we're getting some great feedback. And then also this month started the staff budget request collection. So our teacher advisory members and the principals are getting with their staff and determining what our wants and needs are and putting that all in a budget request form so that we can talk about that in January at our budget workshop. So that's where we are with the budget. That's the presentation. That's the update.
That's a record.
We're in collection mode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to business approval. We have two items. The first one is the Madison County Public Schools Athletics Committee Framework. You guys saw this last month. And I assume that you got feedback or you didn't get feedback, and we put it in here. So Mr. Wingate will take this one.
All right, thank you. This is not much new. The highlighted pieces are new things that came from feedback from couple people. Again, the intent is really just to be a partner with the athletic director and the high school principal and the middle school principal to make sure that our sports, which are so important in Madison County, are balanced with in terms of being competitive, winning, but also treating students and coaches well, teamwork, sportsmanship, all those things, and really wanting to have a vision for that and clearly lay that out so parents, students, coaches, everybody knows. And so I think you guys have seen this. Only a couple of interesting little changes. We made the board member and the AD co-chairs to make sure to kind of mark it as a really community effort. Sue had a good input about adding the boosters. That was, I think, was really good. Thank you. We added the booster voice. And we also, Sue, I also put in there making sure we think about having a wide range of representation from different teams, seasons, things like that, to make sure that it's kind of a wide range so that we get a lot of expertise. And so I think hopefully it'll be a good, exciting, helpful thing to the athletic director and posture Madison sports to win with grace and lose with dignity, and to prepare our young graduates to lead in the world those ways with great memories of sports, while adding more and more banners to our gyms and our auditoriums and things. Any questions on the framework proposed for vote tonight?
I think it looks great. Thanks for your work on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Motion to approve?
Absolutely. We have a motion on the floor to approve. We need a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for your work. Yep.
Kicks off right away. Kicks off in January. So there you go. You're welcome.
Thanks for your last
More
policy,
meetings.
Chris.
You get another meeting. That's really our title, professional meeting goers. All right, the next agenda item is to ask the Board of Supervisors for a supplemental appropriation to fiscal year 26 budget in the amount of $39,700. Tina, do you want to share anything?
Just that that was not in the original budget. That was added on right at the end after our budget was approved.
Okay.
Added on by VDOE, so we just need that amount added, and it's coming in each month.
Great. Anybody have any questions? Okay. I will open the floor to approve asking for that supplemental appropriation.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. All right. We are down to reports. Board members, we will go first. Do we want to keep it traditional? Or do we want to go last? That's a good idea. Why don't we go last? We'll go last.
Okay.
I have nothing to report.
Well, this month I actually attended with most of our front office staff and our new board members, the Virginia School Board Association Conference. And there'll be a few things that I'm probably going to want to add in to the new board coming in as far as some policies, identifying some things with AI, which I'm sure Mr. Dickey will be able to help out with, and come up with some great policies to make sure that we have academic integrity that follows along suit with that, which we're going to look at which Ms. Graham and I are going to the Blue Ridge, Virginia Governor's School on Wednesday to discuss, because they had some great policies that were in place there already with some programming that we're looking at using, but finding some ways to definitely clarify out some steps to make sure that our teachers, students, and parents are covered in those situations, along with also maybe looking at some mental health solutions due to the fact that staffing is not always easy, but mental health is always an ongoing issue that seems to be arising with teens and youth, and it's something we need to address and can't really ignore. So that'll be the next steps looking that you guys can look forward from me.
All right. Here we go. So I wrote some things down, and I'm going to stick to the script, because when I get off the script, that's when I get in trouble. So I am going to stick to my script. So as I am here tonight at the close of 8 years of service on the Madison County School Board, I'm filled with gratitude, pride, and deep affection for this community that I've had the privilege to represent. Serving the families and children of Madison County has been one of the greatest honors of my life. When I look back on the 8 years, I'm proud of what we have accomplished together. I'm proud of the establishment of a full-day preschool for Madison County. An investment in our youngest learners will have an impact on generations. I am proud of hiring our stellar superintendent and the exceptional leadership team that she has built. Leaders who guide our division with wisdom, compassion, and integrity. I'm proud of our partnership with the Board of Supervisors. And an example of that is the renovation of the primary school, ensuring that every child has a safe and modern place to learn and grow. I am proud that we have represented Madison County values through the thoughtful adoption of board policies that reflect who we are and who we aspire to be. I am proud, especially proud, of the naming and dedication of the Billy Mitchell baseball field, a tribute to a man whose legacy reminds us of the power and character, humility, and community. And now the people that I need to thank. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
The first person I want to thank is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. His guidance and strength and grace have carried me through every challenge and every decision while sitting on this board. To my family, who have sacrificed the most during these years, thank you for your patience, your understanding, and your unwavering support. I could not have served this community without your love. To the families of Madison County, thank you for trusting me with the responsibility of representing you and your most precious children. Your faith in me and trust has meant more than I can ever express. To the colleagues on this board, thank you for the hard conversations and the easy ones. Thank you for challenging me, encouraging me, and teaching me. It has been an honor to serve with you all, and I have learned so much from each of you. To the faculty and staff of Madison County Public Schools, thank you for your hard work and for what you do every single day on the behalf of each of our children. You are the heartbeat of the school division, and nothing we accomplish as a board is possible without your dedication. As I close this chapter, I want to leave you with a quote from Mr. Billy Mitchell himself at his field dedication. His words capture both simplicity and truth. And he said, "If you do anything the best you can do, that is all you can do." And the greatest book of all time is the Bible. Thank you, Madison County, for the privilege to serve you. May God bless you all, and may He continue to bless our schools and the children who are our future.
All right, that's a hard act to follow. Just want to say a couple of things. Thanks to people who come to the meetings, both people supported and didn't support, say it lightly, things we're trying to do. Thanks for your involvement in our schools. The more the better. And so thank you for them. Thank you to the leadership of the schools. I always say this, and I'm really serious about it. Anna and Kathy and her team. You know, if you think about just the last two boards have been very different, and I really have always admired how professionally you handle both boards. You know, and you understood our role. You carried out the board's directives while maintaining the operational things so well, and I think that's a sign of professionalism and skill and care to be able to do that through very different boards. So I really appreciate that steady hand to the tiller that you provide to our schools and to all your staff that do that so well. And so thank you. Thanks to the leadership teams. I think the leadership teams the schools, our 4 schools, are in great hands in terms of principals and assistants and things like that. And that goes to the skill with which we've hired, and the school board's gotten more involved in that, which I think is a good thing. And I think we're postured for continued success with those academic teams. Those academic improvement plans we've done have not been in vain. I mean, I'll talk about the good work that we've done, that the schools have done, but that's a big part of it, and that's your leadership. So I thank you for your leadership. And I just want to thank the folks. You know, there are two things I want to kind of leave with. Think about the schools. The 2 big things that I wanted to do when I came on the school board was to improve the basic fundamentals of education, reading, writing, and math, and improve the trust within the community. And I hear sometimes people say things like, well, you know, the things we've done have distracted from the core mission. I just don't think it's true. I want to really commend the schools. I said this earlier, but in 2025, our school division ranked 3rd in the state for the biggest jump in overall SAL improvement and 2nd in the state in overall state ranking improvement. Those are remarkable numbers. Now, we're in a bad spot. I mean, I think our community, our state, grown-ups in our community let children down by letting us mask, forcing 3 or 5-year-olds to mask and quarantine, all that stuff, and that put us in a real hole. But the hard work of the leadership teams has really made a huge difference, and we're well on the way to recovery. The absentee rates have fallen dramatically. We're well below state averages now. We had a new requirement that every student take a citizenship test, and and across the country, like 40% of seniors in high schools passed that. In Madison County, it was over 90%. Those things are a mark of the skill and the expertise of the leadership and the teachers. So I just thank them for that, and the families. Thank the families for that. And the second thing I want to say is that I think that can be done while restoring trust. There's a Gallup poll that came out last year, and it's really sad. And I hope Madison County avoids this. 76% of the American public don't trust public schools. 76% in Gallup. That's a crazy number. I think it's lower in Madison County because there are a lot of good people, but it's still a risk. And so it's really important for the school board to make sure that we're having policies that makes the public trust what we're doing in schools. And that's been at the heart of what we tried to do, I think, over the course of the last 4 years, and things like stopping the masking and the quarantine as soon as possible, putting in place policies for behavior that made sure that behaviors were dealt with quickly and fairly, and sometimes were strict when they needed to be strict. Things like initiatives for homeschool students who could use resources, their tax-paying students use resources, increasing CTEs, making sure there's a school resource officer in every school. It's a political issue. A lot of people on the one side didn't want school resource officers in schools. The school board, it's important for them to take up political issues like that and say, no, we want an SRO in our schools to protect our children. We have now one for every single school. We replaced social emotional learning with a character education policy. I think that was good. And at the very heart of what we did, I think, was carrying out what is state law and God's design, which is that parents are the primary educators of their children. And I think that's been ever present in what we're trying to do for our policies. And that's part of what we're trying to do to make sure we build that trust. And I think we've been able to accomplish that. And so I commend the board for doing it. Thank you for your courage, Nita and Charlie and Greg and Sue. It's been an honor to work with you guys. And I'm proud of your courage in carrying those things out. And thanks to the new folks who are going to run and who are on the board, will be on the board. And I wish you every luck and blessing as you take that out. And thanks for the opportunity to serve in this way. It's been a great experience. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Mr. Moeller, if I find that picture, I will get it to you. Okay. And this is school-related, Mr. Martz, when you said something about AI and, coming down the pipe. Something else that, I'm like not on board with it, but it's going to happen is digital currency and navigating through that. And that might be something the students need to be looking at, because as a 48-year-old adult right now, I don't know how to handle it. But the kids in this technology age, it probably just flows for them. So if maybe the students can learn it and carry it home and be able to make transitions, it's coming. It's just coming. So anyhow, I want to say thank you to not necessarily individual people, but groups at the school that I don't know that I've said thank you to for what they do. Every time I walk in any one of the schools, it's clean, the trash is taken out, the bathrooms are clean. The folks that work in the janitorial department, they're here late, early, they're doing the things. We just notice that it's clean. We don't really think about the effort that goes into it. So I want to thank them personally for doing that day in and day out all the time. The building and ground staff for all the work that they do. Of course, we talk about that quite a bit with all the repairs and things that they need to do, the work orders that they go through. And I've talked to Dr. Timmons numerous times, told him thank you, but I really do appreciate everything that they do. It's just, it's easy to overlook stuff when you don't see it happening. You just notice it's done and just accept it as being done. But I really appreciate everything that they do. The cafeteria staff, the number of meals that these folks hand out on a daily basis is it's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's miraculous. And through the summer, and even the free meals. So thank you all. Thank you, the cafeteria staff, so much for that. Bus drivers. We have thanked bus drivers before, but they are another unsung hero in the school system. They like I've said before, they have like the worst schedule of all. Get up early, work half the morning, you got a few hours, and you got to come back again, and it's just the day's all cut up. And just thank you, bus drivers, and the bus department. Just thank y'all. Thank y'all for what you do. The mechanics, the technicians, keeping stuff going. And of course, they're getting in school buses and driving too, and. Mrs. Herman, she's got to drive a school bus, even though she's the head of the department. We're just thankful for that. The teachers, as a member of the board, we can't make decisions that makes every single individual happy or that makes them comfortable on every single day. It's gotta meet in the middle on some things, and they don't stop. They keep going. They keep teaching. They keep working. And it's a testament to them. as Mr. Wingate mentioned about the SOL scores and stuff, it's improving, and the teachers, they're to be thanked for that, for putting in the effort and pushing these students. And their assistants, and the librarians, and the sports team coaches, and I don't want to forget about our school resource officers, the SROs. Thank you all for what they do. Thank you for the Sheriff's Department being split-second minutes notice. They're here. If anything goes wrong, we appreciate what they do. The Mrs. Graham and her administration, the staff that she has. You know, I don't know if you all know about this, but when we get up here, none of this stuff is memorized. It's a program on the computer. They have all this stuff input so that we have the right things to read. We have the right policies. I mean, they keep all this stuff. It's here for us. That's if this meeting flows smoothly, it's because Mrs. Patterson and Mrs. Kropp and whoever, there might be other people in the office there that are helping, but they put this stuff together, they build it, they make it easy on us to read what we need to read and to talk about what needs to be talked about. And from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all for what y'all do. Every single meeting, they're taking care of this stuff. We don't have to wait on it. It's ready to go before we even get here. Thank y'all for that. I want to say thank you to all the parents. Thank you for taking care of your children. Thank you for wanting them to be better through education here at the school. No school is perfect, but I can assure you that the folks that work at this school strive to be perfect. They want to be the best. They want to be perfect. They want to give your child every possible piece of education that they can put in their brain to prepare them for hitting the road when they leave this place. I want to say thank you to all the volunteers that help, whether it's sports or in the class. I want to say thank you to all the committee volunteers and the folks on the committees. Thank you all for that. I'll tell you, to be quite honest, it's a burden to have all these daggone meetings. You know, it's not just this one. It's meetings throughout the month. It is a burden. It is. And for those of you that volunteer and are willing to give your time, thank you all. Thank you so much. And of course, I want to thank the rest of the community too for just supporting the school system. There's 3 people that come to mind that I wrote down their names that have almost been here every meeting that I've been here in the audience. And that's Mike Sharman is one. Thank you, Mr. Sharman, for being so supportive. Thank you for your legal advice at times and your expertise and knowledge. I appreciate you so much as a person. Thank you for being my friend. Lisa Davis is not here tonight, and she did miss a few meetings when she had a pretty bad crash. But Lisa Davis, if you're listening, thank you for your support, and thank you for your willingness to come up and speak and tell us what you think, and just thank you for being here. And Pastor Biber, every meeting he was here, he would pray for us. Not just us, but the whole school system and the teachers and the students. And I'm so thankful for that. And second to last, I'm thankful for my wife, Mary Catherine, for listening online every single meeting so that when I get home, she can tell me if I've said anything that I shouldn't have. She would be here if it weren't for my 2 little boys that are still at home. So, and almost lastly, about middle of November, I had the awesome opportunity to watch my son graduate from Navy boot camp in Illinois. And I had not thought of it before. I know Mr. Wingate was in the military. I have other friends that were in the military, and it never occurred to me until my son went to boot camp that when military personnel enter into the service, they check their freedoms, they check their rights, they check their wants and their desires at the door to protect everyone else's. And I am I don't know how to say proud any larger than the word proud I am of my son. He is a Navy sailor, and he is in Connecticut right now, training to be a submarine electronics guru person. Thank y'all for allowing me to hang out. Thank you, each one of you, for your leadership up here, Mr. Wingate. I wish I could speak as eloquently as him. Anita, I wish I had the heart that you have. You're so kind and caring and loving. Mr. March and your leadership and Mr. March is a teacher at Culpeper County Schools, and he's over here for a school board meeting at Madison. So the dedication is obvious. And Mrs. Wood, thank you for your input on everything we've talked about, and your obviously your compliments anytime I've thought I didn't meet the bar. But thank y'all. I appreciate the opportunity, and don't let things slide too far. I don't want to have to come back too soon. Lastly, I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Motion to adjourn.
Merry Christmas. Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.